welcome. Diddy and Homeland Security, boy. Man. So New York has gotten involved. There's a whole lot of stuff that's been going on in the Diddy raid. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door so that they know that you're real people. I want to tell y'all that now. When you come through the door, hit the like button, please. Yes. Hit the like button coming through the door. Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it. We want to make sure everybody's getting their notification and getting in here, so we don't want to just jump right into it because a lot of people are not getting their notifications. Some people are just getting it now. So thank you guys for innocent until proven guilty. Only if you're white. uh, when you're black, it's guilty until proven guilty. Now, here is the thing. Okay, you just got it. Cool. Hit the like button right away so that they can know. And if you're new here, subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. The Patreon is popping right now because a lot of you guys have seen the Patreon information and said, oh my God, where has this been all my life? Why have I not seen it in 4 years? And I appreciate that. But now, let's get to what the situation is right now. So during this raid that Homeland Security decided to implement, there was a lot of arguing going on. As they're in communication with New York, there was a lot of people involved in this. The feds were too, as well as trying to execute this. And his Los Angeles and Miami homes, his 2 properties belonging to him, was, investigated and basically searched. As I told y'all before, Diddy was selling all of his homes and it looked like he was getting ready to leave the country. And when I put that video out just a few days ago, Homeland Security, everybody, they saw the video like breaking news, Diddy's finna leave the country. It made them speed up the process because they watched that video and they saw what I was telling people in there about him liquidating these homes. Do you not think the federal government is sitting there watching and they saying, is this man really selling all these homes? And no one's paying attention? This guy could be ready to run. We got to move now. He's selling homes. Now, if this guy gets out of the country and before we do our raids or anything else, we're going to look like fools. We got to raid now. So now they sped up this whole raid process because they don't have enough to bring Diddy in and for an arrest. So they was hoping they had enough to get a raid. So New York got involved. Okay, Monday. The agents and everybody in the law enforcement, the judge had to sign off on it as part of the ongoing sex trafficking investigation by the federal authorities in New York. Okay, 2 law enforcement officials, okay, were involved. When you had New York, then you had to communicate with what was going on with Homeland Security, and it's not clear whether, now if this was the FBI or ATF and all of these people who, sometimes these guys are all in communication, they handle things differently. Homeland Security is normally a different type of agency, and the way they proceed on doing things is a little different than the actual FBI. Homeland Security is going to secure the home, get people out of there, quarantine the area. They're looking for people. Homeland Security mostly come in and look for people more than information. Okay, they seize computers, they grab objects and things. They're not as efficient as the FBI. Okay, they're not as efficient, and they're more like military job to extract people. Homeland Security comes in and get people out. They're not they're not really into the tech savvy world. A lot of them are not into that. They're there to extract people. They zip tie people, put them out. Homeland Security is normally for that. They come in to seize objects and things out of there. They're more military like trained. Now, he said domestically and internationally. Well, here's the situation. Just because they're international don't mean that you can just walk in and do what you want to do. Now, Homeland Security has executed what they call law enforcement action as part of their ongoing investigation. And they had to communicate with HIS Los Angeles and HSI Miami. So that HSI means Homeland Security. Okay, well, what happened? Y'all can hear me? Man, I had no sound, black screen, and no sound. Boy, they some dirty bastards, ain't they? So, what was the last thing y'all heard? What was the last thing y'all heard before they came and pulled the plug down? So, HSI Miami. So, did we get to the part where they both was coming in? HSI Miami and HSI Los Angeles. Right? Did we go into that? Okay. Yeah, they wanted to stop my feed because it was on top of the charts. They didn't want to hear it. So anyway, let's go back to the beginning. HSI New York, HSI Miami, and HSI whatever Los Angeles. They communicated and they screwed it all up. Okay, they screwed it all up. Because, see, in the investigation, they should have synchronized and came together. They didn't do it at the same time. They didn't do it at the same time at all. What they chose to do was screw it up because of the 3-hour time difference. They should have came in together and had it organized. They chose not to do that. What they did was come in and run it from a whole different angle. Of course, we know that's why we know that's the reason why they're there. But here's the thing, they messed up the raid. Now, the attorney general didn't respond to anything. You know, they tried to reach out to the attorney general in Manhattan. But when all of these law enforcement partners, you got three departments working together. Even though it's the same umbrella, they're three different departments. Three different, it's like saying you got a Home Depot here in Chicago, you communicating with the Home Depot in Los Angeles and a Home Depot in Miami and thinking y'all all gonna do the thing the same way. It's gonna get screwed up somewhere. So not everybody's gonna be like how you run it here in New York. And everybody didn't do it simultaneously. You've now opened a window for Diddy to get notification, because when they did the raid in Los Angeles, they screwed it up so bad. And that's why I say hit the like button so you can understand and don't get lost in the sauce here, because they doing some dirty stuff here on my YouTube channel to try to prevent you guys from hearing the truth. Now, here's the thing. When they did the raid and they were coming up and aligning themselves up along the house, they're doing this in broad daylight. You're doing this in broad daylight. They had Los Angeles house in Hobie Holmes neighborhood. You got a KABC TV helicopter right above. First of all, Homeland Security should have had that helicopter moved out of there. That's one. Two, the news helicopters reporting everything that's going on down there. It's on everybody's cell phone. It's on everything around the board. Everything going on around the board. So it wasn't that he's tipped off. Hell, you can see it on the damn news. It's everywhere. Everybody's phone, TMZ, everybody knew. So now in Miami, he haven't been raided yet. They haven't even conducted it in Miami because they have to get boats. You had to get police boats to go to that island. So they got to get boats. They got to come over there. You're on an island. So you got to get you're on Star Island. So it's one way really in and out of that place, unless you're on a boat. So now you got to get boats to try to get over there and raid the house. So by the time they got everything situated and can get there, the time difference and the gap in between there was too large. You could drive a Mack truck through there. So if Diddy wanted to do anything, he could have easily got the hell up out of there. Look at Diddy. I was prepared for this, you know. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting, people. So there was a lot of arguing and yelling after this was done. As I told you before, of what Homeland Security does, right? Because they set up a command post outside the house where the agents, they were still coming in and leaving hours after the search began. As I told you, they're good for searching for people and grabbing objects like computers, hard drives, and that's Homeland Security. You know, they're not as efficient like investigative agents, like say the FBI. For when they need to go into like forensics. There's no warrants for Diddy's arrest. No, they don't have enough for a warrant for his arrest, which is strange that you have a warrant for to go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. That's very weird that you're raiding someone's home with no warrants for their arrest. Now, here's the thing also. that people didn't get, and the information that happened and were going on today. They're doing a lot of arguing amongst themselves for screwing up the raid. Not only did the raid get screwed up, they have nothing. I'm telling you right now, they got nothing on Diddy. So, what they were looking for, here's what they were looking for, ladies and gentlemen. They came through their right, hit the like button up. It's finna get real crazy now. They came in there looking into wanting to get into the security footage of the home and go in there and confiscate to see if they could allegate these allegations that are made. They want to see the security tapes because they're saying the security tape would show X, Y, and Z. So they saying, okay, let's go through the hard drive of this computer tape. What's up, Juan? So now they were supposed to go through the security tapes. So everybody's sitting back waiting to see what's happening because they're going through the security files. So they were like, all right, well, let's get to these security files then. So they're going to both locations, the Star Island and the one in Beverly Hills. They get the computers, the system, and everything. They don't understand it. Their tech guy was brought in. He doesn't understand how to work it. They want the camera footage. That's what they're there for. They're there to get video recordings of the house. They want to get to the hard drive so they can pull up all the security footage. Now, here's what happened after the fact. They realized once they brought in, they had to get in one of the government tech guys. They had to have that person come in hours later. That's why they were still at Diddy's house in Los Angeles. So they had the tech guy, come over there to see what's going on with the actual equipment. They can't hack it. They cannot hack that system because the hard drive isn't there. The security system that Diddy has in his home is not hooked up to a hard drive in this country. The hard drive is somewhere else. All the information and all the back files to that security system goes to a hard drive system that is out of the country. So they don't even know where it goes to. So the servers are not nowhere near this country. So they can't get to it. You know who else has this set up in their home for their security? Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine, Clive Davis, David Copperfield, Leonardo DiCaprio. So I'm telling you, this is a lot of people. Jay-Z has this same setup. What's up, Jose? Do you think Diddy's information is in the cloud? Do you think his home security footage is in the cloud? Do you think that is? If it was in the cloud, buddy, it would have been hacked in 5 minutes. if you had Diddy information on those hard drives, are the hard drives are not in this country. How do I know that? Let's just say I keep my ear to the ground. Okay? Let's just say Cino keep his ear to the ground. Now, if you ain't heard nobody give you this information yet, how many times have I got to prove? How many more times do you got to lose before you realize it's probably true? Whatever Cino says, Cino probably do. I am the news. We've already told you. Didn't we show you on the Patreon? We're ahead of the game. Not behind it. Ahead of it. Far ahead. We showed you the entire script, everything. It ain't about you can't access any of it. It ain't about, oh, we got to hack it and do that. You can't get to the back drives of those things, those hard drives. You can't pull any of that stuff up. You're going to have to go through the hard drive to get it. And they don't have authorization to go to another country and get it when they don't know where it is. He's not obligated to tell them where his hard drive is. See, R. Kelly had VHS tapes. You know, that's a little different. And you got it in your house. It's like burn those tapes, dude. See, here's what y'all don't realize. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all some key information that happened in the R. Kelly case, because you guys need to hear about it. This is going back to like the 90s case or that early 2000 case when him and Jay-Z was making songs like Not Guilty and all that. This is going back to the first case when R. Kelly first got hit with that case. Let me tell you what happened there that connects a lot of this stuff that's going on today. When R. Kelly got caught in that situation, he had tapes, the same tapes that did him in this year and got him locked up. He had those tapes back then. He had them in Miami. He had girls in Miami. He had videotaped and everything. They seized it and tried to use those Miami tapes in this trial here in Chicago. And you know what happened? The judge said that's not admissible in this court. So they had to give those tapes that they rated and got those VHS tapes, had to give those back to R. Kelly. So they knew about the tapes. They seen the tapes. They knew. R. Kelly knew he should have burnt those damn tapes. Once he got them back, they burnt. He kept them. He kept those VHS tapes all those years. That's dumb. They broke in his house this time around when they were really out to get him. I said, Kels, you got to get out the country. When they raided his studio and said, well, they was like, you got a couch in your studio. What is that for? That's like a bed look like for sex. He's like, that's a couch. People, I sleep sometime over there because we be in the studio working for hours. Well, that could be looked at as a bed. So we're going to shut the studio down because this could be a resting place. I said, oh, you got to go, Kels. This Kim Fox ain't playing. You got to bail. R. Kelly was just like, I'm too big. They can't do nothing to me. He started doing shows. Going up, and people didn't give a damn. Hey, man, get them, Kels. Sing the song. I mean, shoot, that's how crazy it was. But I told you how messed up and crazy this world is on the Patreon. Y'all just got to pay attention. Now, I did do the Patreon version behind the scenes of Sean Price versus Jim Jones. You do get that one. I did that. As true as my word when I made the video yesterday. Then I showed y'all you could buy babies online. Sick as this is, it's crazy. Kevin Garnett gang ties almost cost him everything here in Chicago. We done told you all about it. The behind the scenes of Drake Kendrick Lamar, Drake, we did that. I showed y'all why the rant was needed. All this stuff that went down today. What really happened with Bruno Mars. Okay, Clive Davis buy party. Y'all don't know what a buy party is, right? I didn't know either until they said, man, everybody at the party was bisexual. There were no straight people at this party. And I was like, for real? And then I started looking at it, and then I saw somebody that shouldn't be there at all, and I just lost my mind. So yes, you get to see the footage of it. You get to see everything. Should I show them one person there? Let's click the button. Oh my God. So you start off right way. All these people here at the buy party. You have Babyface looking fresh and fruity. Clive, and I don't know who these two dudes is, but they look fresh and fruity too. And you can go in and find out for yourself. I'm through. Now, after that, what did we tell you on the 18th? Here's the place Diddy don't mention. You see Diddy over there chilling, ain't he? Laid back. Now, Diddy don't mention these places because I told you they go to private resorts and real hideaways. So they're not going to be posting this on TMZ. You're not going to know where they're going. They on these billionaires' islands. This billionaire right here is a twisted check guy, and he owns this and paid $200 million for this private island. This is a great. But it's a lot of stuff that go on here. Plastic surgeons, they got doctors, they got the world's best chefs in the world on this whole island. But there's a whole nother thing going on this island that you're going to find out once you get up there and get to the Patreon, right? Of course, that's me and Tyson, Rodman, Eminem, all of that. But this is what we've been trying to tell y'all. You got Jay-Z copying Nas, as usual. You wanted to be this dude. You see? It was clear as day. Jay-Z trying to be Nas early on, and nobody was really paying too much attention to it. But, we caught it. But it's the thing is that we try to tell people over and over again how society works and the whole shebang-a-bang. And that's when the Patreon came into play, and we started letting everybody know what was what. Right? Then we showed you about Epstein's home. Well, his club, this place. Right? In New York. Then we revealed the secrets of Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise, and Katie Holmes. This was part 2 of the reveal. And how Hollywood really works. Jay-Z was behind Chris Brown's financial woes. This was part 1 to expose it all. Started out with Jamie Foxx and Collateral. Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise became connected because of it. Punch Drunk Love came out. Adam Sandler did the dramatic role. Adam Sandler was supposed to play this role of the cab driver. They ended up giving it to Jamie Foxx. And that changed a lot of things around. We tell you which credit cards to use and who has the exclusive interview. This was the new lawsuit case against Diddy. We had an uncut version. They're exclusively, that was on the Patreon, right? This has been hidden from you. All these inventors, right? Black inventors, they don't even speak about. You would just assume they were white. And of course, we broke this down for you, right? Look at this. Christians worship God's sons or God's son, right? On Sunday, during the day. The sun, our risen Savior, is the sun, doesn't rise when we're all dead. The light of the world with the 12 helpers, 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 plus 1 equals 13, which is where the superstition behind 13 comes from. Born of a virgin, Virgo, also a virgin, didn't mean didn't have sex. It meant having sex while unmarried. Tried to tell people this before, aka harlot, whore, aka whore of Babylon. The sun is the highest point of the summer solstice. From that day, the sun falls 1 degree every day until the winter solstice, which the sun reaches its lowest point closest to the earth on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The sun does not move a degree up or down for those 3 days. It remains stagnant, aka dead for 3 days. Then on the 25th, the sun rises 1 degree or it's born again. Yeah, you're getting some knowledge. Christmas comes from a pagan holiday called Saturnalia, right? Has nothing to do with the Middle Eastern child freezing in the winter night. Islam worships the moon and Saturn. The black cube, aka Kaaba of Mecca, is a Saturn symbol, a three-dimensional cube representing the two-dimensional hexagonal North Pole of Saturn. The cube is a folded and a cross with its points folded in. Both represents the zodiac Saturn and god of time and king of the zodiac. If you combine the words Kaaba and Allah, you will get Kaaba Allah, right? An esoteric school of thought of Jewish mysticism. Yeah, yeah. See, you getting some real education. Getting some real education out here. Yeah, it's a real slow content day, Kelston. I don't know what to talk about today. You know, I mean, what's actually been happening in the news? I don't know. Oh, whoa, oh! Did you see that? Where this guy come from? Well, I wonder what he did today. Let's talk about him then. So, getting back to this case, Diddy has a secured system in place. As I told you guys, the celebrities who have this in their households, a lot of them don't use basic line security systems. They have very secure security systems, especially if you're doing something you're not supposed to do. Right? And of course, the pinned video up on the Patreon that is still on fire and it's been up since April 15th of 2020 is J&B's involvement in the Corey tragedy. Now, everybody's been talking about this recently because the lady that was supposed to conduct the interview with this lady, who's known as Kathy White in the news, she died from a brain aneurysm right before her interview. Right? Now, here's the big thing that nobody really knows. How she met Jay, everything is in this video. This video is only on the Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you get to see this, mainly VIP members. You get to see what happened. And now everybody's talking about it on social media, but they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. They just talking about it like, oh man, Jay-Z finna be investigated. He's not being investigated. The case is closed. So he's not being investigated. That's why I know he's not being investigated for this. But if you want to know what happened, there you go. I will give you this nugget from it. I'll give you this nugget. Okay? Here's the nugget that I will give you from this. The reason why we say Corey is because nobody in the world called her Kathy White. Kathy White is her government name, but nobody called her that. She was called Corey. Her middle name was Karina. And nobody called her Karina, they called her Corey. So nobody knew who Kathy White was. And this was strategically done this way. So if you say Kathy White in the press, don't nobody really know. But the people who know her knows that's Karina, that's Corey. So this is how they connected. Jay-Z's name is Sean Corey Carter. His mom calls him Corey. She doesn't call him Sean. She calls him Corey. And this is how they connected. Their name was Corey. And they got hooked up. And now she was around Jay and they went from there. That's how they built a relationship or friendship or whatever you want to call it. But the sticking point that I had, and I pointed it out, Jay-Z gave Corey a ring, allegedly, right? You see it right there on her hand. She can't afford that damn ring. That's a massive ring. Jay had given it to her, right? Allegedly. And all of a sudden, after she's deceased and dead and gone, that ring is on Beyonce's finger. When she died, that ring wasn't found on her. Why wouldn't she be wearing that ring? Why wouldn't that ring be in her possession? And did he go buy two rings and just say, hey, here's one for you and one for her? No. Beyonce didn't have this ring until after Corey died. So let that sink in. Now, if you want to know the details to this ring and everything else in that video, you go to the Carcino for Life Patreon and you'll get the information. And we keeping this at the top because everybody still wants to see this video. They come in to see that video as it's just explosive. And you see everybody in here like, dog, look at this. You did this video in 2020. When you've been saying you was ahead of the curve, you definitely ain't lying. You've been years ahead every time something noteworthy happened. With that being said, you got UK connections because I love to hear your perspective on this Kate Middleton stuff. And I do. We got a lot of Kate Middleton stuff, but no, not a lot of here. Y'all ain't really privy to it or don't care about it. So we really don't get into it. Now, everybody who tried to look at, he's like, look at T. T was like, yeah, that Kate Middleton is crazy. Crazy, crazy, it's crazy. Well, when you have situations that's not favorable to the majority of the masses of the people, you're putting yourself in a boat that don't usually add up. Yeah, like Cat Williams said, it's a cabal. It's a consortium. That's exactly what it is. It's a cabal system. So that's why they knock you out. This is why they knock you out of everything that's going on in the whole process. They don't want you to know any of it. So now they got to try to find out where the servers are, what country is in. Can they go and actually go in that country and get it? Pretty much 9 times out of 10, they can't. They're not obligated to assist you in any way, shape, or form. So without an arrest warrant, when you do a raid without an arrest warrant on someone's home, and you come in and you just completely trash someone's home, yeah, because I mean, they just ransacked his home. Diddy's home will never look the same again. As you can see right there on TMZ, Fair Use Act. Look, look at how they trashed his house. I don't know what the teddy bear for, but damn, the teddy bear even looking like, man, they didn't mess me up, boy. They didn't get jack me up. They didn't got Diddy's, man. They even threw Diddy teddy bear in there. Not Teddy, not my teddy bear. Diddy gonna be mad. They even messed with my teddy bear. Who told them to touch my teddy bear? It's my bear. It's my teddy. They didn't goddamn got the teddy bear messed up. Teddy bear laid out like goddamn. Look what they did to me. They touched my teddy. That's Ted. Man, this is wild. Look what they did to Ted. I saw the movie Ted and I said I want my own talking bear. Look what they did to Ted. Glad they ain't touching my shoes. Now they all in my safe. Look at what they did to my safe. They got my jewelry. Look, my car key. They got my car key. Look at that. All my happy Father's Day stuff. They just threw it all around. Yeah, they came in and took that, took that, took that. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is bad. He's got the Holy Bible. The power of now. Look at him. He advertising the book. You got to go now, Diddy. The power of now. Get out the country now. The power of now. You got to go now, nigga. This is the power of now, Diddy. Go. You got to bounce. It's the power of now. Oh my God, all these shoes. Nigga, you need a shoe drive. That's what you should be doing, the Diddy shoe drive. Man, he got women's shoes in there too. God dog, Diddy, what you doing? Hope that's your daughter room. But man, they didn't tow her room up too. Oh my goodness. Your housekeeper is gonna have one hell of a job putting that back together. They didn't tow his daughter's rooms up. Oh my God. This is his daughter's rooms. They didn't crack the little daughter's safe. Everything, man, just went through his daughter's room and invaded their privacy, all their jewelry. This is not right. Oh my goodness, man. Look at what they done did to this man. His daughter's room. This is his little, these are little teenage girls. I know teenage girls that live like this though. Oh my God. Unbelievable. But I want to go back to the biggest thing I saw in here. Ted! Why y'all do that to Ted, man? He ain't never bothered nobody. Why y'all do that to Ted? Yeah, that's bad, man. Teddy the Bear. My God, man. Why y'all do that to Ted, man? Look at Teddy Bear. I'm traumatized. Exactly. If they could do that to him, oh, I normally don't get a call on a Tuesday. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, so now they got the Teddy laid out, right? That reminds me of T-Bone. Y'all remember T-Bone and the bunny? T-Bone and the bunny, baby. That reminds me of T-Bone and the bunny. T-Bone wanted the bunny, and there was nothing they could do about it. T-Bone didn't understand why they keeping the bunny from him, and he going arrested, and he in his drawers in the supermarket, and he want his bunny. He don't understand why he's being arrested, and he got this shower cap, and he want his bunny. That's his baby. Yeah. T-Bone want to get it in with this bunny. He was like, I just want that bunny in front of me now. Hold that bunny. That's my bunny now. I need to get to that bunny. Let me go. That's my bunny. Come on, Mr. Bunny. Come on, Mr. Bunny. Come on, bunny. Come on, Mr. Bunny. Come on, Mr. Bunny. Come on, Mr. Bunny. He wanted that bunny, and that bunny meant the most to him in the entire world. So when I see Ted, I go, oh no, don't tell me how you're dancing around with the doggone bear. Ted, take that, take that, take that. Oh my God. Oh my God. The first thing went through my mind when I saw that was doggone T-Bone and that doggone bunny. Now, as you can see, we got this thing started on what's the date? 11 days ago. This video was made. And it was about Diddy leaving the country. And as you can see, all this about the house. Diddy homes going up for sale. You saw Usher, go into a whole ordeal when he lived and stayed with Diddy. They brought all of these things up. So when you start remembering the times and you start seeing the situations and how they presented themselves, a lot of people don't remember situations that I do, because I remember when Justin Bieber was hanging out with us. Now, y'all remember, Usher spent a year with Diddy, and he saw a lot of craziness, a lot of activities that other people wasn't privy to. Then what did he do? He became the mentor to Justin Bieber. And he gave Justin Bieber to Diddy for 48 hours.
It's a little dusty.
Man. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet. No. 16.
You're not ready. Slow down. Let's slow down, Judge.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. When when you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. Yeah. So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go get some girls.
Man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about.
So, as you can see, Diddy and Justin Bieber he said this sounds creepy 20 years later. Not many people remember that. Nobody really remember that mode. He gonna go buck food crazy. So now he's a 15-year-old spending 48 hours with Diddy. Not saying Diddy finna do anything sexually with Justin Bieber. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that he's gonna be privy to a lot of situations that he shouldn't at a very young age. Now, when you start seeing situations like that, Billy, I don't think that's him already. But when you start seeing situations rear their head up like that and just pop up, and you see how Diddy was, and actually taking him out and showing him a good time. When this kid was that young, he was hanging out with us. So he was around Floyd Mayweather, myself. He was part of the money team. He was around. But hanging out with Diddy was a bad idea for Usher, who had guardianship of Justin Bieber while he was here in the United States, because Justin is from Canada. So Usher was able to have guardianship of him while he was here. And while he was mentoring Justin Bieber to get him to come out, his mother was in charge. And Usher, those two was before his father took over from the mom. And when Jack came in, it became more of a bigger problem. because his father is a complete pothead and just crazy. Now,
Yep. So that
the
was
mom was
Jack
there,
Bieber,
you know.
and that process, right? And we saw the descent of what happened with Justin for being exposed to that life with Diddy. Yeah, Diddy mad at me. Diddy sent me a takedown notice, y'all. I kid you not. Diddy sent me a takedown notice. He was so mad. I showed, man, Diddy was mad as hell at me. I'm like, what I do, Diddy? Everything I'm showing you is on YouTube already. I kid you not. Oh, we finna go through it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see where it is. They keep knocking my audio out. Diddy tried to take me down again, y'all. This is Diddy. This is Diddy. Diddy. What you mad at, Diddy? What I do to you? All right, I went back to the HD camera. All right, HD camera, HBD sound. Diddy, what you mad at me for? I thought we were coup de la. We ain't coup de la. Damn, Diddy. Is that what we on? I thought we were coup de la, Diddy. Where's the love? Mm-hmm.
No, not at all. No, because a lot of things go to your, your trash mail. And you don't understand why. Mm-hmm. I know. Well, Diddy's mad at me over this. Diddy, why are you mad at me over this? Diddy mad at me over this, y'all. I took the video down, Diddy. I didn't show it again, nothing. This is a screenshot, Diddy. Why are you mad about this? He mad about this Justin Bieber stuff. Why? I ain't nobody ever said you was with Justin Bieber. Like y'all were dating or something. In the video, I said I don't think Diddy and them was dating. Nothing like that. Yep. I don't make up no lies. Let me show you. Who sent the notification to me? It was Diddy himself. Y'all ready? Boom. There you go. Look at this. It's talking about leaving the country. See, I'm going to show y'all the whole world. The copyright owner is now either monetizing it or receiving analytics. Justin Bieber joins Diddy Dirty Money crew and learns how to swag Diddy. These are the owners. 10-2. The people who are responsible. They work with Diddy. So they gave me an option. Do I want to view my actions? You cannot show that material. Look, content has detected in your video breaking news. Diddy is talking about leaving the country. This visibility of your video is not impacted, but you can no longer monetize it. Man. I told you. They coming for your boy, man. I told you. They are coming for your boy. Diddy, why you mad at me? TMZ out there? You got TMZ, you got Fox News, you got ABC, you got NBC, you got CBS. Everybody mad at the black guy. You see what I be talking about? When it's black, they go all in. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button up. This is exactly what I be talking about with y'all. Y'all seeing it firsthand. When it's black, they go right at you. Full speed ahead. Now, Diddy, what are you doing? You got other stuff to worry about than me. And I ain't even show everything because I didn't want this to interfere with your case. And this whole investigation thing. I'll wait till that's over. I ain't even put it on Patreon yet. You know, I said I don't want to try to railroad you. So I said, let's wait till this play out. See what happens. That's just low down, Diddy. You better talk to your team and tell them that's wrong. That's wrong of them to do that. Y'all didn't sabotage my channel, this live stream, about 5, 6, 7 times. Y'all didn't heard it. They didn't knock my audio out. They didn't knock the video out. They did everything they could on this video. Right. How people snitching on stuff that's already on the internet? How are we snitching and it's already on the internet? That brings me back to a point where when I first came out and I was getting hundreds of thousands, 300,000 views, when I had my Truth Behind series, I'm getting 500,000 views. All my views are going through the roof, right? Before they came up with this sabotage plan for me, right? Guess what happened? Oh, I got something so that you would understand. That's coming up real soon. On the Patreon. They calling Gene Deal a snitch because Gene is talking about stuff that's not on the YouTube. But I don't see how somebody is snitch and nobody's in jail. Is anybody in jail because of anything Gene Deal said? I don't think so. So why would Gene be classified as a snitch? But back when I was getting 200,000 views, 500,000, I'm getting all these views, all these jealous YouTubers, mainly one who was out here really crying in his videos. What am I doing wrong, man? I really interview these people, man. What am I doing wrong? I mean, really, it was the saddest thing. This guy could just say Truth Behind and he get 200,000 views. He gets to 100,000 views. What am I doing wrong? I mean, that's what you're doing wrong. Right there. crying about what another man is getting. Now, that wasn't Cho. That person know who it was. We kind of squashed it since then. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna have my hand on the pistol. You know, hey, you don't know. I don't trust these dudes, man. Now, anyway, this YouTuber went and did that. Now this YouTuber is getting more views than me. Ain't no problems now. You see what I'm saying? But you don't hear me going, why is he getting views? Why? So then the person came and said, well, and the conversation, you making videos off of my interviews. I said, dog, one, I didn't even know that was you. Because your interviews was done on another, it had another name. It was on a whole nother channel and platform. And I was like, that thing is years old. And I'm making my comments to it. That's like everybody that, and see, this is what pisses me off. Because everybody was doing it, and everybody's still doing it now. Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp had an interview. It's about 70 million people out here making videos based off that interview, right? Y'all ain't Shannon Sharp. Y'all didn't interview Cat Williams. He did. So only he's supposed to be able to make the video about it, right? According to y'all. Right? Now, you see how stupid that sound now? That's how stupid it was then. That's how stupid what he was saying then. I'm not stopping your interview for him for no traffic or what he was doing. That interview was old and nobody even cared about it. And then brainwash the person that you was interviewing to be mad at me. Like, I want to tell my story. It was like, all right, well, then tell it then, nigga. Then he told it and it was like, same thing I said that you've already said before too, but golf clap. Hope you're happy. You told it, you got it out your way, and hopefully it worked for you. I'm telling you, man, you would be surprised. You would be surprised how weird people are. You'll be surprised how fixated on it. No, T, you way off. But no, it ain't South Central Cartel. It's weirdos out here, man. That's what I was trying to tell people. That's why I'm like, we had gotten everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. People have to understand. Mm-hmm. Well, this is what their whole thing is. Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. In the next video, oh, definitely. When we do this again, we're definitely going to go into this. This right here. That's Brendan Paul, former Syracuse basketball player who was arrested and was named in that lawsuit as being a drug mule for Diddy. Now, he was arrested for cocaine and weed possessions yesterday. Well, just a couple hours ago, they just reported it, but yesterday he was arrested for it. So now we're going to go more into that situation, but that might have to be on the Patreon because once it's involving drugs, stuff of that nature, we try to keep that, that's going to probably have to be for the whole Patreon. We don't know how we're going to squeeze that to YouTube. Some of the things we're going to say is not going to go, it's not privy to everybody. We got to keep it kind of kid friendly here. So we're going to y'all told for teddy bears. Exactly, man. But yo, shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Welcome to HDII TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. He was in the chat today. T was in the chat. Outlaw once again came through, do his thing. Mondo Black TV. Keep exposing these people, Mondo. Ticket TV's on top of it. I've been seeing him on the grind. I haven't seen Dreamers Pro do anything yet. But, yo, we out. And Mac Mizzle was here, too. Mac Mizzle was up early. No, Mac Mizzle was up in it was LA time, too. So in LA time, it was probably about 3, 4 in the morning. So, yeah, I give him that. But, yeah, we was doing business videos at the break of dawn. So that just shows you we talk about everything. We start talking about arms loans. So we did that for you, man. He said Mac in the 6. He in Toronto? 6. He played for Syracuse. Oh yeah, they finna try to do anything they can now to find any link to Diddy. They gonna try to get this kid to roll over. But we gonna get into all of this on the Patreon. All right, so we gonna talk about him on the Patreon. So if you're on the Patreon, get ready because we finna go over there. All right, I'm out.